Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe, and please note that for the first 15 minutes the tour doesn't start properly. We're just having a pre-tour chat where everybody is welcome to say hello, put any questions in the chat, and if you aren't watching live, then please do scroll forward to the first 15 minutes when we will start the tour properly. So let's see who we've got on today. I can't see anything in the chat at the moment, so if somebody can write something in the chat, that would be great. I can see we've got some. Hello, Margaret. What I will say, and what I will repeat later on, is all the tips for today will be going to Maidstone RSPCA. I have Buy Me a Coffee has now incurred even more fees. I'm having a bit of a disagreement with them at the moment because they told me if I connected to Stripe it would be free, and they're charging another 3%. So my preferred payment method at the moment is PayPal. So I may have to move off Buy Me a Coffee because as tips reduce, the number of people on tours reduce, unfortunately becomes less and less economically viable. So the more fees that Buy Me a Coffee put on obviously is rather frustrating. So let's see who we've got on board. We've got Margaret, we've got Kathy, we've got Pizzazz, we've got the original, the OG spanner in the house, Claire. Hello Trista. Hello Marlene. Did you start early? Marlene, I have for the last 3 years, ever since I started doing virtual tours, always start my tour 15 minutes early to have a pre-live chat. So I'm not sure what your calendar says, but it is 15 minutes before we are due to start. Hello, Wendy, David and Daisy. So Marlene, I'm asking that if people can, and I recognise it's not available for all, so I have to offer options, it's actually via PayPal. But I will repeat that at the beginning of the tour. I just thought I'd say that now because obviously I know that some people don't watch live and then they watch at the beginning. Hello, Mitzi. How is everybody? What's the weather like, Marlene? What's the weather like, Marlene? What's the weather like in the UK? Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I feel like it's not stopped raining this year, to be honest, and today I went to my family Christmas meal, which happens in December. Funny that. Near Guildford, and it's just been raining, dark and dismal. It was lovely where we were. It had even a little, you could see it went over the bridge. The building went over a little stream, so you could see the water. It was gorgeous, but it was just bleak. Oh, you're driving to Dover, and you didn't let me know why you're driving to Dover, Wendy, David and Daisy. I assume Daisy isn't actually driving. So it's the rain's coming in sideways in Nova Scotia. Wow. The rain was coming down, I think. Can't really think, actually. I went out for my work do on Thursday night and I thought I can't be bothered taking an umbrella, so I had my hood up running in the rain. I did think this is going to be an excellent case of myself slipping in the rain, but I didn't. Margaret got drenched by a car speeding through a large puddle today. Oh, that's not funny. I mean, it would have been funny if I've been honest. If I'd have been watching you, I would have laughed a lot. But I'm sending sympathy because, yeah. I think they do it deliberately, though, don't they, sometimes, I think. Whereas if I saw somebody, I would try and kind of move out the way of large puddles. Oh, Claire, you had the government red alert warning on your phone on Friday night. Do you know what? I am so super glad I forgot that you were in Wales, because I was actually thinking, oh no, Wales, that's so terrifying, because for those of you not in the UK, Wales had a red alert, which is really quite a big thing. So you have amber alerts, you have it's yellow alerts, amber alerts and red alerts, which is really quite a thing. Yeah, the government red alert, didn't it go off? Even if your phone's muted, it doesn't matter. It's going to blast a signal and make you panic. Margaret had her mouth open as well. That's not funny. It's not funny. Trista says her brother and his wife are driving from Atlanta, Georgia to Santa Fe, New Mexico in the hope of your... Oh, gosh. Hope of your brother visiting your mum before she dies. I'm so sorry. A 19-hour drive. Good Lord, that's a long drive. Anne's here, but she can't chat. Now, that always puzzles me. Is that because you're not able to use your fingers? You're on the telly? Not literally on the telly. Not on a show. David and Wendy say they have Lev and Winnie here. It's been delightful walking 3 dogs. I have no idea who Lev and Winnie are, but now at least I know they're dogs. Hi, Sue. So we've got so much going on this week. Oh, thank you. It's gone via PayPal. Thank you, Marlene. I'll take $1 million in gold bars. Obviously, the money, the funds today are going to Maidstone RSPCA as usual. And I'm afraid there's only one kitten, but I can tell you what he makes up, what he lacks in numbers, is makes up for in cuteness. Do I have massive bags under my eye? Do I look baggy? Do I look like I need to go to the Sainsbury's, that's a supermarket in the UK, and stick a couple of orange carrier bags underneath? Trista, do let us know how it goes. I do hope your brother gets there in time. It's rather chilly in here. I've just put the heating on because I turn it off as I don't work here over the weekend, and then I came in and I goodness gracious me, it's like the Arctic. It's 15 degrees. So it probably was time to put the heating on. Lev is a Westie, Winnie is a Spaniel pup. Oh, well, thank you, Marlene. But anyway, you didn't tell me why you're going to Dover anyway, unless you did and I missed it. Dover is in Kent, for those of you not aware. So you take the M20, which is the motorway, and literally you have to stop at Dover. It's the White Cliffs of Dover. Then you would fall into the sea. Bailey's lovely. Do like a glass of Bailey's. Well, I mean, I have one about every 3 years, and that's probably enough, to be honest. I don't really drink, but it is nice. Bailey's coffee, potentially. Thank you. Then you've got the double whammy of alcohol and coffee. Da-ding! Though, as in the White Cliffs of Dover, yes. Although they're probably more of a cream, an off-white. It's not quite the same. Oh, going to Bruges to see the lights. Chocolate may also be involved. Why did you not invite me, quite frankly? I'd have come to Bruges. They're in Oklahoma. I'm afraid my geography is terrible. Hello, Michaela. She's in London. Yes, Michaela, I do really need to make contact with you because Michaela will be in Maidstone tomorrow. Confess, I may have completely forgotten until Michaela's post. I hope your Wi-Fi stays too, Michaela. What's it like in London? I mean, it's miles away. It's absolutely miles away. I'm currently looking at places to visit in February. I've decided I needed some sun. You have room in the car? See, David, Wendy, next time, please pick me up. Thank you very much. Mind you, it's so close to Christmas, I have a meltdown. But yes, I need to go somewhere warm in February. Can I please have suggestions, please? Please? Gosh, so many pleases. I'm so very polite. Need warmth, but don't, maybe going on my own, therefore do not want it to be too far. As in, you know, Australia's definitely too far. I assume Daisy's not going to Bruges. Yeah, Michaela, it was not 25 degrees, was it? No. You've probably picked the worst time to come. Egypt, you say, I've been to Egypt now a couple of times. So I have been obviously to Luxor, Hurghada, and Cairo and Sharm el Sheikh. I've been to Cyprus twice and have vowed never return because the last time I ended up with Odessa. Malta, February wouldn't that be a little bit on the chilly side? Would it, Malta? Malta? The Isles of Scilly, again, Claire, wouldn't that be a little chilly? I need sun. And no, Daisy does not have a passport. So keep them coming. Morocco, well, I've been there 3 times now. Tangiers, when I was interrailing, we went up to Marrakesh. Tangiers again, but that was only a day trip, it doesn't really count. And then, of course, last February, when I went to... Where did I go? Wherever I went that I took you last year. Gulfstream? What temperature? Scilly Isles, where is it? I perhaps need to... I would love to go to Seville, but again, I'm thinking February. I don't want rain. I was thinking of going back to Morocco to go to something I can't pronounce. Chef Cuillon. Well, this is the thing. I mean, I am fairly well travelled and I feel quite privileged to do so. And I also like going to new places. So it does become a bit of a pickle. The Azores. Azores. Well, it sounds fabulous. I'll have forgotten, of course, as soon as I've I was looking at escorted tours. I went through the whole brochure and couldn't find anywhere. Is Casey around? And just like that, goodness gracious, Marlene says, is KP around? No, that's Cape Verde and Casey. That's a lovely mix. Cape Verde, apparently there is not a sausage to do, and I'm not just a person for sitting around doing nothing. The Scilly Isles is off the bottom of Cornwall. It's so warm, people grow succulents in their garden, and one island, Tresco, is an open-air tropical garden. Oh, I say, well, that sounds very exciting, doesn't it? Scilly Isles. Oh. Yes. Hello, Tricia. Kitten therapy, I think, is quite important. We've got, I won't start because we haven't started yet. So I've still got 1.5 minutes before we start the tour. So still got some time. We've not got many people online. Where is everybody? What's happened? Have I missed something? Did I miss a memo? Have I not marketed my tour? What's going on? 16 people. We normally get more than that on a Sunday. Is it coming into the Christmas spirit and everybody's out and about? Oh, only 1 minute to go. Less than a minute to go. And when we're going to go and meet Nacho. Which, of course, having met Nacho a few times, I was going around walking so macho. But obviously, so Nacho. Because that's the way I roll. Ah, watching Strictly. Well, Ginny, that's only for those in the UK, surely. Maybe visa problems. I think that's probably not necessarily an issue on a virtual tour, Michaela. Don't think they've probably got visa issues. I hope the weather's slightly nicer. So I don't watch... Oh, right, hold on. Are we rare? Are we rare? Are we... I meant to say, are we there? I'm glad you PM'd me, Michaela, because otherwise I would forget. Casey's got to go in about 20 minutes to watch her grandson play hockey. But, of course, what she's going to do is catch up as soon as she's home. And we're on the nose. We're on the nose. Whose nose? Nobody knows. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Cutest Ginger Kitten. I mean... quite frankly, what do you say to advertise at all with potentially not giving it away? And he is an absolutely spectacular ginger kitten. So we have got, I'm going to share, so basically Nacho came into the cattery, not on his own, didn't knock on the door and say, hello, do you have any room at the inn? Nacho's nest. Yes, so this is a photo from when Nacho first arrived at the cattery. This is very first afternoon. I went in to see him because obviously, hello, the words ginger and kitten were involved. So obviously they weren't going to keep me away. And if you look at that face, I'm sorry, but is that not glorious? And we've got 3 videos that I'm going to be showing you today, starting, not with that one at all, actually. That's the last one. So let's see, shall we? I think it's very exciting. I'm not even sure which way round they all go now. It's all got very convoluted. So let's go with this one, shall we? Aha. Right, well, it does look like technology is going to be causing me some issues today. So let's start again. Wonderful. So I'm just going to... I just want to start that one again, sorry. It's all going terribly funnily well. Right, let's start again. Who have we got here? Quite clearly it's Nacho, I told you that. Now, this little boy, here, this video is taken 2 weeks after after he came into the cattery. So he came in when he was 10 weeks old. And so we are looking at him while he was 12 weeks old, so only 3 months. So I'm going to give you his little back history. So he is in the reception area. He's king of reception. And he's jumped into a box, as you can see, which has got lots of cat beds in that are wrapped. There's a teddy in there. Hello. Oh, hello. What's your name? Nacho. Lev is attacking the TV. That's wonderful. We've got a dog attacking the TV because potentially listening to my voice or potentially seeing this little ginger kitten. Now, the backstory is that he's a result of irresponsible breeding. Unfortunately, in the UK, you do have people that don't neuter their pets and then like to sell the kittens. They don't do any home checks. They just basically advertise them on a website. And people come and pick them up. And he was one of a litter. And the person who adopted him said they knew they shouldn't have done, really. There were lots of cats. However, you know, how could you resist? And I completely understand that. However, unfortunately, it does mean that the situation never gets resolved because if people buy, people supply. There's the phone. Will you get that, Nacho? That's my job to answer the phone, you see, but I can't answer the phone and take the video. I'm good. Oh, it's the voicemail. It's the voicemail. And somebody's leaving a voicemail. It sounds like I'm saying smell, but I'm not. I'm saying voicemail. That's litter because obviously, as you know, cats can't not chuck it all over the place. So what happened is he went home, they had him a few weeks, and then they realised that he's an absolute Duracell bunny. He doesn't stop. That's actually quite full on. So we sometimes hear, you know,
that's cat litter.
Yeah, I'm telling him that's cat litter. Yes, it is cat litter. Thank you. See,
it goes back in the cat litter department.
Yes.
No, you don't need to go in there. I'm just telling you, that's what it is. Oh, I can't stretch. Oh. Oh.
Now, you will hear people say, oh, kittens, they're really, really active, and they are. Some, however, are far more active
Can you
than...
smell the other cats?
Yes, he's smelling one of mine, by the way.
Yes, can't you?
I mean, he hasn't answered me, but I'm obviously having a conversation with him at this point. Now I think he's... Yes. And we will see in the videos that I'm about to share is the extent of Nacho's energy, shall we say. Which meant we had to find an owner that was going to understand that Nacho needed a lot of looking after. I'd forgotten I did that.
I don't want to see your tail, do they? Eh? What's this? What's this?
Gingers are
Oh no.
Gingers are 75% male.
No, we definitely don't do that, do we?
However,
no.
I'm trying not to interrupt myself. It's very difficult.
No, we don't do that either. No. No. Give me back my finger. Thank you. No. Got lots of toys. No, that's not one of them. Nacho.
Nacho, get off me.
Nacho. No. No.
So I will answer your questions, but throughout the tour.
Go and play with the mouse. Go and play with the mouse. The mouse, not me. Poor mouse. No, not the gimbal.
So as you see, I've had to move away because Nacho is indeed...
What about this one?
Trying to attack the gimbal. I wouldn't say ginger cats are necessarily more good-natured than black cats. It's all about nature and nurture. So, depends on their upbringing.
What do you think? Is that fun? Or what about... Oh no, that doesn't work.
Nacho, as you can see, does like to chew hands.
And what's this?
Right, now, for those of you that don't know, Marks and Spencer's is a British shop, and this is a Marks and Spencer's bag, which he was quite a fan of. can see that bag will not be used anymore because the handle is indeed broken, which makes it all the more fun. I've actually never seen a cat play with one of these. I will answer the questions, but later on in the because some of you are asking the same ones. So the reason why I'm not answering them is because I'll be talking to you about it later. Yes, he is very full on, very full on. I went to a Marks and Spencer's when I went to Gibraltar, actually. Now, some of you might be wondering what's happened with his ears. And what I would say is I managed to locate the original advert, and he was actually just advertised as a basic male kitten. However, for those of you that are more astute, you will notice his ears are, of course, folded, and there is a reason for that, because he does have Scottish fold in his breeding. Now, the original Scottish fold was actually 1961. She was a white barn cat called Susie, and she had an unusual fold
on the other side of the window
in the middle of her ear. This was in Tayside in Scotland. What are we talking to you about, Nacho? And you can see those ears folded down. Now, she had kittens, and 2 of her kittens also had folded ears. Now, one was taken by a couple. They were referred to as cat fanciers, and they started a breeding program. They had 76 kittens in the first 3 years. 42 had folded ears. 34 had straight ears. Now, in 1966, they coined the term Scottish fold. Up until that point, they'd been calling them lop ears or lops, which of course is after rabbits. Now, basically, it's a genetic mutation. It's a natural dominant gene mutation associated with, and let me see if I can get this right, osteochondral dysplasia. Hi, Ronnie. I am not going to talk about the pros and cons of specific breeds. However, obviously, he came from a standard house. I'm not sure if the people selling him realised maybe they thought he had faulty ears. But I think it just adds to his uber cuteness. Sorry, Michaela, I'm not sure what you're talking about. We didn't. I'm talking about 1961. They were not taken from the RSPCA back in 1961. It was a breeding program. You wouldn't neuter kittens at Nacho's age. You would wait until they are 5 to 6 months. So obviously you don't then keep kittens until they're 5 to 6 months. The owner signs an agreement that they will take them to our vets to be neutered, and we pay the bill. All cats have to be neutered, don't we? So we don't start that cycle of more kittens needing homes. Well, that's 63 years ago, Michaela. I wasn't about then. He is absolutely adorable. However, very, very full on. His eyes, I mean, look at those eyes. It's like he's staring into your soul. So I took this video about 3 weeks ago now, I think. And we had to make sure that he went to an owner that was, that was going to understand he was far more energetic than a lot of kittens. And he also did enjoy giving a good old chomp on hands, which again just means that you need to reinforce that toys are little mice and not hands. Of course, the day that he went, I actually put my hand in and let him savage me because, you know, I'm a really bad example. And there you are, trying to give you a bit more of a close-up of that ear. And he's obviously a very good kitten. Look at himself, giving himself a good wash there. And of course what happens when you're advertising kittens is that you get a lot of people who want to adopt because they look really cute, but it's really important that people understand
No, we don't do that, do we?
that you're taking on a lifetime commitment. So here, he's 12 weeks old. But he's about 15 weeks as of today. And I can happily say that he found lovely new owners who have accepted the fact that he was very, very energetic and have worked with him to basically, because now he's got so much more space. Obviously, when he was with us in the cattery, he was running around like a, you know, as soon as he got space, he was running around. He didn't have as much time, obviously, when he's in a home environment and owners are home all day. So now he's got owners that are home and he's living the dream. He's got a big brother, a feline big brother. And I believe that soon enough, they're going to be pals, which is going to be absolutely wonderful. I know that some of you thought that I might be tempted. However, I have 5 cats, one of whom is obviously on steroids and chemotherapy. And I have very much my hands full already. Emma, you're not very late, but you are on the naughty step. Sadly, no doubt, in a few weeks' time, or a few months' time, Nacho's mum no doubt will have had more kittens. And then will be more mini Nachos. What I will say to you is, you may indeed him coming under the table was indeed as awkward as you may assume. I am on my hands and knees while he is happily comfortable. I imagine what will happen is with his new brother, they will be tearing round the house, causing chaos, double trouble. Which is lovely that he has a feline friend as well. At this point, I think I was debating my life choices, as I'm not quite that agile to keep in one position under a table. So we watch him while he's thinking of going to sleep. Don't know if for those of you who remember my tour with the tabby kittens. There used to be a couple of boxes under here, and then they'd be running me ragged by hiding behind boxes. At least he was actually on top of them. Yes. Weren't they little hooligans? I wonder how they're getting on. Teeny beans hiding. Oh gosh, those kittens, the tabbies were adopted a long time ago now. I think that was a summer tour, but I couldn't tell you. Sometimes we get updates on Mummy, which is wonderful because she was a wonderful... we have some kittens in at the moment. We've got another wonderful mum. We adopt in pairs where possible. So obviously Nacho is not in a pair. He's a single kitten. So he will get adopted out as a single kitten. But if we've got 4 kittens, they'll go as 2 pairs. This one is Nacho. This is his sleeping spot, just to literally cause me the most inconvenience. And look at that innocent little face. I think I'm starting to think maybe I'll go for a nap myself. Face plant in a litter tray. This is me trying to kind of get myself in a comfortable spot. And then deciding perhaps I'll get a mouse and see whether that will sort of encourage Nacho to come out and play. So we've got a little bit of a head movement there, but I went into a supermarket after the cattery one day, and I went in and saw something for spicy nachos, so that made me chuckle. So of course I had to take a photo and send it to the cattery. But as you can see, Nacho's kind of like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything I can at the moment to kind of entice him to come back out. And he's like, can you, well, I could, my little head's bobbing away. But maybe I'll just stay where I am. Oh. Oh, we've got a bit of movement, maybe. And, savaged. Oh, look at that poor action. That's a boxer if ever I saw one. Yeah, that's... Oh. It's got lovely muted colours there. Oh, oh, it's fallen over. Lovely swirls on the side.
No, that's little.
Yes, he'd probably like a real mouse that motorised itself. And then he's gone, yeah, that's all very well, but actually, you know, I've got important things to do like sleeping and... So then I thought to myself, goodness gracious, what I'll do is I might have a nap, I thought to myself. And then Alice came in, which was fabulous. So so she then sacrificed her legs. Because Mr. Michael, you can sit on the naughty toilet with Emma too. Yes, Emma can explain. Oh, look at that. She did get quite a few scratches because Nacho seemed to enjoy jumping at the legs just as much as jumping at the feather toy. But this is great because now I don't have to try and hold the gimbal and wiggle my arm. Yes, Emma will explain why, Tina.
Well done, Nacho. Oh.
No, he likely won't darken. He's just paler. In fact, if he goes out in the sun, he'll probably get even paler. So like Peach. Hello, Barbara. Gosh, I haven't seen you for ages. Welcome to Nacho. In fact, this is probably what Mike would be like as a kitten, to be fair. Unless it came to my series of mind tours, in which case he'd fall asleep. And you see those claws? And you see that ankle? And you see how, oh, yes. Oh. Those chairs have had a few clonks on the head by kittens, haven't they? Oh, it's the wiggle. I mean, it's not a very enthusiastic wiggle. This is actually a really excellent toy because there's a very long, robust kind of rope. A lot of them are quite flimsy, so they end up being breaking. And of course the bell, so you've got the noise of it. And there you are, you see, back onto the legs. And that was the double whammy. Yep, that's the, oh, yeah. And sorry, that is me laughing. Watching Alice's legs being savaged. It was Alice's birthday yesterday and she was 15. I've known Alice since she was a bump in her mummy's belly.
What's this?
Now these are springs. And I have to say something terrible happened the last time I was... a cat has a spring that loves his spring and unfortunately got tied up on the outside of the cattery. And as I was pulling it off, it pinged off and slapped the cat in the face. So that didn't work very well. The usual chaos that I cause. But these springs appear to be quite new and they really do quite like them. But there's nothing quite as good as putting your claws in legs. Alice did take one for the team here, so big thank you to Alice for meaning I wasn't getting savaged. He is. For those of you that have joined later in the tour, if you watch it back, you'll hear me talking about why his ears are flat. He will indeed have some Scottish fold in his genes. Oh, that was really uncool, Nacho. Thing is, these are great because you can wiggle them from a distance. But even though obviously Alice is wiggling it from a distance, doesn't mean that Nacho doesn't prefer to go via the long route, via the legs, which obviously is super exciting. Obviously, he's not a pedigree. He's, who knows how far back the Scottish fold lineage is, but obviously there's a dominant gene there somewhere, and those ears have come out looking just like that. Perfectly folded. And that was good. That got two legs at once. Unfortunately, you can hear how sympathetic I am when you can hear me chuckling away. I'm meant to be quiet. And at this point I was a bit worried he was going to throttle himself, so I was asking Alice to get him get the cord off, and of course that's not an easy job when he's suddenly become all tooth and claw.
Isn't it?
So this is why these toys, you must never leave them unattended. And of course what this all is doing is this is completely winding him up. So if he was calm at the very beginning, he certainly wasn't by the time we'd finished. You can see he's got two springs there, a green one and a pink one. Oh, and there's another pink one. So these must come in multi-packs. But they all disappear under the sofa, these toys. And then you look under the sofa and you've got 54 mice and balls and... Oh. And then eyes just run into me there. You can see a little bit of impact there. Yeah, sponge golf balls. Not the real ones. Get a hole in one. And look at those little pink ball pads. Oh. Oh. Oh, there's me trying to get a movement. Oh, and then yeah, be careful. Don't lose your finger. Of course, it's lovely colour pink there. Pink goes very well with his markings, but so would baby blue, I think. Nice soft pastels would go well with those colours. Then of course he just leaves me hanging, goes off for a spring, or indeed Alice's feet. Yep. All the tips for this tour are donated to Maidstone RSPCA. Please can you make sure you include the reference of kittens, because when I do my accounting, obviously I need to know which money goes where. And what I would say is, as I said at the very beginning of this tour, is that if possible, I'm asking people to pay via PayPal now, as Buy Me a Coffee have introduced an additional fee. They have changed the way that the payment is made, and they said that the payment would be free, and now they've added an extra percentage and payment processing fee. So whereas before it would be, I would get £3, have about a 40p or plus payment processing fee on each payment, then a 5% fee, making it about £2.40. They're now taking a further 3%, and then when I take the full payment back, they're making another payment processing fee. PayPal shouldn't incur a fee for you. If it does, then obviously, as I say, I can only say what my preferred payment is. I don't know how it works. I also can have payments via my Wise bank account. Of course, there should be no fees for bank-to-bank bank-to-bank payment, and I can take payment in different currencies on Wise. So PayPal's fine, Marlene. So hopefully, perhaps you can answer Tina's question about PayPal fees. Not to worry, Barbara. It's fine. It's just obviously it's starting to become a bit frustrating how much they're taking off the payments for nothing else. Oh, that's a lovely leg. That is. Let's embrace it with our claws. I will get all the payments that have been made. As I say, if it's been made today and you haven't specified, then I will assume it's for the Kittens tour. But look at his little face. And then, of course, when I make the payment to PayPal, not to PayPal, see, I'm going in to say. When I make the payment to Maidstone RSPCA, I gift aid it so they can reclaim an extra 25% from the government, which is fairly fabulous. Whee! And look, let's really dig in on those legs here. Oh yes. As I said, Alice really did step up. I have a funny feeling at the end of the day she was covered. And unfortunately, however, Nacho in motion. Oh! Oh, look at his little face. I do love the little, can you see the white bits on the paws? Oh! Dawn got serious septicemia from a bite from her first cat, Holly. Yes, well, always wash your hands after an antiseptic, but unfortunately sometimes those little bacteria, I'm very fortunate, except for the time I was bitten by a cat when I had to have antibiotics. I'm fortunate that the number of times I've been scratched that, but bites, to be fair, they say if you have a proper bite, then you do need to get antibiotics. I had 2 different antibiotics when I was bitten. But that was not by a cat from the cattery, or indeed one of my own. Yes. See? Lovely, isn't it? very much a character. And after this, which is going to finish very shortly, we have one last video of Nacho. Hopefully you're enjoying his antics. He's a little bit ungainly, bit of limbs all over the place, I think. Oh. He enjoys a little bit of rough and tumble, as you can see. He's standing up on his back legs, really getting into this. What I'll do is during the week I'll put a post up about fees so we can all chat and see how we can find a good solution for everybody on PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, etc, etc. So there we are, and then it's the last one. And this was indeed the teddy that he was with in the box. So I got the teddy out. I thought, well, Nacho might, he might like to cuddle up to the teddy. Be gentle. But of course he's got his claw caught already. So then I've had to rescue that. And then of course he thinks that's fun. Look at the size of that paw. That bear's got a big paw.
Is it bedtime?
Bedtime. Nacho, is it bedtime? Yeah, it's a very big teddy, isn't it? And you can see he's getting a little bit tired, considering he was kind of sleepy before, but then he's had lots and lots of play. And now he's got a lovely little festive scarf, hasn't he, that teddy? And you can see his eyes a little bit. Is he sleepy? But then he's seen something. Me. And then he pushes Teddy over. And then there's no respect for Teddy. And what you'll see now is him making biscuits on Teddy. But the paw got in the way. So he's knocked Teddy over. Teddy's paw was really not helping my videoing then, was it? And we've got a bit of yoga here. That's very good. I mean, I couldn't stick my head over my leg. No, that's not the way. I can stick my leg over my head like that. I can stick my head over my leg. I'm pleased to say I am that skilled. And then I was like, well, this is a bit of, you know, it was PG and now it's gone on to something else. So let's focus on the foot. I'm like, oh no, it's okay. It's on the tail. It's on the tail, everybody. Nobody panic. If you could just cover yourself up there, Nacho. You're on the telly. It is the tail, I can assure you it's the tail. And look at those little toe beans. All nice and white because he's not going outside. It's all nice and clean. I think it's just great, isn't it? This is why they say you should never work with children and animals. There you are, you're taking a cute little video of a kitten. And he starts cleaning his bottom. I mean, it's good that he's cleaning his bottom, don't get me wrong. But there's a clean bottom and there's a you can leave it alone. So this is a distraction technique. Alright, please stop, leave your bottom alone now. And then I've got the paws, which again is really interesting because look, I'm proper playing with these beans. Well, this is the point, Tina, no? Still not yet. I mean, giving him a little foot massage there. He's still giving his bottom a clean. It's the cleanest bottom in the whole of Bot land. Right. Oh, cute kittens, cute puppies, what can we say? I mean, I've tried every distraction technique I've got. This is everything in my arsenal now. I perhaps shouldn't have used that word, actually. It's quite unfortunate. Right, yeah, no, he's still, oh, missed a bit. Back on the tail, lovely. And a very affectionate kitten as well. So although he's been incredibly playful, I would just pick him up and give him a cuddle. And when he wasn't trying to savage me, So then I thought I'll use the paw instead of my my finger. And you're right, Mike. That's when he thought, And what's lovely is the fact he's just licked his bottom and now he's licking his my finger. And you can see those cute little fangs, cute little bottom teeth there. This stage I was thinking I'd put my head on the teddy myself. But how could you? I mean, look at that face. Teddy has indeed been savaged by a kitten a lot smaller than him. And oh, and then listen. You don't get closer than this, Marlene. And there you go. There was a little purr. There was a little purr, but it was very short, so I think you probably missed it. But did you enjoy seeing Nacho? absolutely gorgeous boy, full of energy, full of character. I think he's going to make an absolutely adorable cat in more ways than one. So it was a real privilege to be able to spend time with him. And yes, I am very pleased that he got a great home who really love him. And I'm pleased, Marlene. I'm pleased you enjoy it. And it's lovely to see some of you that we haven't seen for a while. I must admit, I do enjoy going to the cattery, and when we have some of the older, obviously single kittens, because obviously they can't be left on their own, so you have to cuddle them. That's in my job description. Absolutely. So spending that time watching him just be really crazy. I was very grateful I was not the one who was wearing leggings. I think he would have been ready to go to sleep, but I think then it was a case of we were actually shutting up, and he had to go back to his pen, where he went for a very deep sleep, I'm very sure. Thank you, Tina. So Tina said she sent a donation through PayPal, and there was no extra fee. So hopefully that works for people. I shall see what Buy Me a Coffee have to say for themselves. It's not very easy communicating with them. So I hope everybody had fun. Next week, spoiler alert, I think I am going to be doing a Christmas quiz. I thought that might be a bit fun. The weather is so bad. I literally haven't been able to leave the house for a while. So I thought, why not do a little bit of a Christmas quiz? I was debating not doing it because then I thought I still will do the New Year's Eve quiz for you. But then I thought, well, I know you enjoy the quizzes, so hopefully 2 in 1 month won't be too much. And we can have a bit of Christmas fun. So, oh yes, please do like the video. Thank you. So that will be the 15th, we'll have the quiz. And then I think on the 22nd, we'll have a Shaun Sheep tour. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for, oh, you like my hair colour, thank you very much. It's just literally my natural faded, and then some, I think it's because I've got the light on it, to be fair, and I brushed it just before I came on. Yes, so I shall have to think of some really interesting questions for you. So thank you everybody, take care, have a wonderful week, and if you are going to some Christmas parties or doing some Christmas things, and enjoy, and if you're not, then hopefully enjoy a bit of seasonal stuff on the telly, and I shall see you all next week. Take care everybody, bye bye.